Hello, students of class 7th. I, Avinash Singh, welcome you in the second video of your chapter 1. In the first video, we have discussed up to the measurement of the volume of irregular objects. Now, in this particular video, we will proceed measurements of density. So before getting to the topic, I would like to explain what actually density is. So density is basically defined as the ratio of mass and volume, which means if mass of the object is m and its volume is v, then the ratio of m and v is equals to density, and density is always represented by capital D. So capital D will be equal to m upon v. Now we know that unit of mass, since d is equals to m upon v, and unit of mass is kilogram kg, and the unit of volume is meter cube. So the unit of density will be kilogram per meter cube. This divide is known as per meter cube. Its other units are SI unit will be kilogram per meter cube, and its other units are gram per centimeter cube. Now we will see how gram per centimeter cube can be converted into kilogram per meter cube, that is in SI unit. So 1 kilogram per centimeter cube means 1 gram upon 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. Now we know that if we wish to convert 1 gram into kilogram, so 1 gram is equals to 1 gram is equals to 1 upon 1000 kilogram. So we have substituted 1 upon 1000 kilogram in place of gram. Similarly, 1 centimeter can be replaced by 1 upon m, 1 upon 100 meter. This 1 centimeter is also replaced by 1 upon 100 meter. Similarly, this centimeter can be represented by 1 upon 100 meters. Now this 100 into 100 into 100 will go into the denominator, and this thousands comes into the numerator. So 100 into 100 into 100 divided by 1000. So you can see that when we cancel 0, we get 1 gram per centimeter cube is equals to 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So I hope this relationship is clear to you, or this conversion is also clear to you. uh, all the conversions are done on the same concept. Now our next topic is measurement of density of irregular shape objects. So now we will measure the density of the objects which have some irregular shape. Since density is equal to mass upon volume, which means if we can calculate the volume of the irregular objects, we can easily calculate the density, because mass can be calculated by a beam balance. So we know we have already calculated the mass of the irregular shape object, volume of the irregular shape objects. So uh, volume of a irregular object is given by v2 minus v1. We had already calculated, I have explained you. So density of that object is equal to m upon v2 minus v1. V2 minus v1 is the volume of the object. Now if um, we have an object which does not sink in the water, then uh, the volume of the object is known is equal to v3 minus v2. Then density can be given by the formula m upon v3 minus v2. Sorry, this v1 is should be replaced by v2, so make a correction. So I hope these things will be clear to you. Now we proceed further to our next topic, that is measurement of the speed. So speed is defined as the ratio of distance and time. It is defined as the ratio of distance and time. So if distance is d and time taken is t, so when we divide d by t, we get speed. Speed is represented by s. So now since d is the unit of distance is meter and the unit of time is second, so the unit of speed is meter per second. It can also be measured in centimeter per second or kilometer per second or kilometer per hour. kilometer per, sorry, it can also be measured in kilometer per hour. Mostly the speed of vehicles, two-wheelers or four-wheelers, is measured in kilometer per hour. But SI unit is always meter per second. Now we will discuss some conversions. How can kilometer per hour can be converted into meter per second. So we have 1 kilometer per hour. So 1 kilometer per hour means, so 1 kilometer upon 1 hour. 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. So 1 kilometer is replaced by 1000 meter, and 1 hour is replaced by 3600 seconds. So both 0 will get cancelled, and when we divide by 2 we get 5 by 18, which means 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. Similarly, suppose your speed is given centimeter per second. So 1 centimeter per second means 1 centimeter upon 1 second. So 1 centimeter can be written as 1 upon 100 meter, and 1 second remains as 1 second. So you can see that this 100 will come in the denominator. So 1 centimeter per second is equals to 1 upon 100 meter per second. So these are some basic conversions. You can perform any conversion of a speed given having if you have understood this concept properly. So we will have some numericals regarding conversion. So we will see further examples in the numericals. Now moving forward, we will discuss some numericals. Some numericals are from your exercise, and some are taken from your solved example. So first is side of a aluminium cube is 4 centimeter, then find its volume as well as total surface area. So side is given as A, and since it is a cube, so volume will be equal to side cube. So 4 into 4 into 4 64. Since unit is centimeter, so centimeter, it will be, the unit of the volume will be equal to centimeter cube. This centimeter cube can be converted into meter cube uh, uh, by following the same concepts as were explained previously. Now, our next thing to calculate is our total surface area. So, total surface area of a cube is known as is given by 6a square. So 6a is replaced by 4, so we get 96 centimeter square. Now moving ahead to our next numerical. In the numerical, there is a tank of length 32 meter, breadth 20 meter, and depth 10 centimeter. You have to calculate the volume in meter cube as well as in liter. So your volume is to be calculated in meter cube. So L is 32 meter, B is 20 centimeter, 20 meter, sorry, H is 10 centimeters. So first we will convert this centimeter into meter. So to convert centimeter into meter, we will divide by 100. So we will get 1 upon 10 meter. So now since it is a cuboid, because its length, breadth and height all are different, so we use formula of volume, that is LBH, that is length into breadth into height. So putting the value and solving, we get 64 meter cube. Now we know that 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 liters. So we know that this meter cube is to be converted into liters, so we will multiply by 1000, so we get 64,000 liters. So that is our second question. Let's move forward. Your next question is a piece of iron weighs 312 grams and volume is 40 centimeter cube. Find the density. So we simply have to calculate density. We know that density is equals to mass upon volume. So mass is 312 grams and volume is 40. So on solving, we get 7.8 gram per centimeter cube. Now moving towards the next question, which is 10 ml kerosene oil weighs weights 82 gram, calculate the density in kilogram per meter cube. So you have to convert density. Now volume is 100 ml, which means 100 centimeter cube, and m is given as 82 grams. So d is equals to m upon v, and m, so putting the values, we get m is equal d is equals to 0.82 gram per centimeter cube. So 1 gram per centimeter cube is equals to 1000 किलोग्राम पर मीटर क्यूब. सो यहाँ पे आपका कितना है 0.82. सो 82 आप किससे मल्टीप्लाई करोगे 1000 से. सो ऑन मल्टीप्लाइंग वी गेट 820 किलोग्राम पर मीटर क्यूब. दिस रिलेशन was derived earlier in the video, so I hope you will be clear about this relation. Now heading towards our next question. The question is: a wooden log of diameter 84 centimeter has a length of 3.6 meter. Calculate the volume. Express your answer in meter cube. So diameter is given as 82 centimeter, which means radius will be 42 centimeter. So this 42 can be converted into meter by dividing 100. So we get 42 upon 100 meter. Now length is 3.6 meter. Now we simply apply the formula of volume of a cylinder, which is given by pi r square h. So putting pi as 27 and solving further, we get v is equals to 1.996 meter cube. So all this part is basic of calculation, so I hope you will be able to perform the calculations. Now moving to our next question. In this question, a question is given as a sprinter completes his 100-meter sprint in 12 seconds. Calculate the speed. So speed is given by distance upon time. Distance is 100, time is 12 seconds. Now on simply dividing, we can get the answer. Now your next question is: a boy is running at a speed of 44.5 meter per second. How much distance is required? How much time is required to cover a distance of 2.25 kilometer? Now speed is 4.5 meter per second and distance is 2.25 kilometer. So first you have to convert this 2.25 kilometer into meter, because if one unit in meter, if speed is given in meter, then distance should be also given in meter. So on multiplying, we get 2.25 into 1000 meter. So distance is equals to 2250 meter. Now time is equals to distance upon speed. Since speed is equals to distance upon time, that is d upon t. So similarly, t is transferred to the opposite side and s is brought to the opposite side. So this time is equals to distance upon speed. So putting the values and solving, we get 500 second. Now this second can be converted into minute by dividing 60. So on solving, we get 25 by 3. Now finally, we walked across towards our last numerical of this particular video. Shushila is walking with a constant speed of 4.2 km per hour. How much distance will she cover in 40 minutes? So similarly, simply you have been given a speed. So speed is in kilometer per hour, so we have to convert it in meter per second. So kilometer means 1000 meter and hour means 3600 seconds. So putting and solving, you get 7 by 6 meter per second. Now distance is equals to speed upon time. Since time was 40 minute, so this, and the speed is given is meter per second. So since the unit of time used here is second, and since there is 40 minutes, so you have to convert this minute into second. So to convert minute into second, you have to multiply by 60. Now solving, distance is, we get distance as 2800 meters. So with this numerical, we have come to the end of this particular video. So I hope all of you understood the concept throughoutly. If you have any problems, you can ask me. So thank you very much.